Hi, good afternoon. My name is XiaoBo Zhu. I'm here to talk about Chinese Cultural Center. The Chinese Cultural Center is not an ordinary private property. It has served the Phoenix metropolitan area in the past 20 years in many aspects. So I request that the Phoenix government help us to protect it from being altered, damaged, demolished, or destroyed, and keep it as a Chinese cultural center. Here's why I said it's not an ordinary private property. Firstly, the Chinese Cultural Center was built at the request of Phoenix government 20 years ago. The government initiated the idea to build a Chinese Cultural Center in Phoenix to promote Sino-American relationship and to showcase Phoenix's vibrant developing momentum. The city provided full support to bring necessary personnel in place to help design and build it. 2 government officials went to China with the developer to ask the U.S. Embassy to issue visa to the craftsmen in order for them to come here to help build the center. Secondly, the government and the developer of the center came to an agreement to make it into a Chinese cultural center, and corresponding zoning requirements came along for this purpose. Thirdly, the Phoenix city set up signage on the roadside near the center in brown color to indicate it as a tourist attraction site. I see all this effort as city's commitment to have such a cultural center in place at Phoenix. I hope the city keeps its commitment and keep the property as a Chinese cultural center as is. The center is not an ordinary private property also because it has served the Phoenix metropolitan area in many aspects since it was built. Firstly, it was an educational site for school kids to learn about Chinese language and culture. There are thousands of students are learning Chinese in the valley. There are quite a few schools went there for field trip, and I have pictures I got from website. The Cub Scout went to visit the Chinese Cultural Center. So let's keep it for the school kids. Secondly, the Chinese Cultural Center hosted many public events to celebrate Chinese holidays. During Chinese Week, thousands of booths were there. Thousands of people visited there to watch the Chinese-style performances, to try Chinese food, to buy Chinese specialty products, to learn Chinese arts and crafts, and to explore the beautiful Chinese garden. Thirdly, there used to be many shops of many kinds there, including a grocery store, a few Chinese restaurants, a few gift shops, a bookstore, a bank, and a Chinese medicine shop. I went there dining and shopping for things I don't usually find elsewhere. I went there seeking Chinese herb medicine to treat my illness. I bought DVDs of Chinese movies that helped me get away from my homesickness. I really enjoyed the feeling that I was closer to my home country, to my parents, every time I was there. In conclusion, the Chinese Cultural Center, despite being built on a private property, is in a class of its own as a special and important piece of the city's heritage, and it's taking an irreplaceable place in its citizens' hearts and minds. I hope Phoenix government to step up and do whatever you can to save it from being altered, damaged, or demolished, and keep it as is. Phoenix will be remembered for this matter, however the outcome turns out to be. Chinese American community will remember you. Phoenix people will remember you. Many places in the U.S. and outside of U.S. are watching Phoenix. So good luck making a wise decision.